Wild Love by Elsie Silver, a captivating and emotional journey of second chances. Some love stories are wild, untamed, and utterly unexpected. They sneak up on you when you least expect them, disrupting carefully laid out plans and unraveling emotions you never intended to feel. Wild Love by Elsie Silver is one such story. A tale of two people who have spent their entire lives avoiding entanglements, but find themselves caught in the kind of love that refuses to be ignored. This novel is an intoxicating mix of romance, emotional depth, and self-discovery, making it a must-read, or must-listen, for anyone who enjoys a beautifully written, deeply felt love story. At its core, Wild Love is about two people at a crossroads in their lives. Rosie Belmont has been forced to return to her small hometown of Rose Hill after an unexpected and deeply traumatic event forces her to leave her job in Vancouver. She's determined to rebuild her life, but the last thing she expects is to fall for someone she has always considered an arrogant, insufferable nuisance, Ford Grant Jr. Ford is a billionaire tech entrepreneur who has spent his entire life chasing success, only to realize that the wealth and prestige he's accumulated have left him feeling empty. Looking for something real, something meaningful, he moves to Rose Hill to open a recording studio, hoping to foster new musical talent. What he doesn't anticipate is a curveball in the form of a 12-year-old girl named Cora, who shows up at his doorstep claiming to be his biological daughter. As Rosie and Ford navigate their separate struggles, their paths collide in ways neither of them could have foreseen. What starts as a reluctant working relationship soon turns into something deeper, something both exhilarating and terrifying. Rose's return to Rose Hill, running from a past that won't let go. Rosie Belmont never thought she'd find herself back in Rose Hill, but after losing everything she worked so hard for in Vancouver, she has no other choice. A workplace assault by a superior left her not only traumatized, but also unemployed when she dared to report the incident. The betrayal, the loss of her career, and the feeling of helplessness haunt her. Returning home is bittersweet. It's not that she hates Rose Hill, but she left for a reason. Small towns have long memories, and she knows everyone will be curious about why she's back. Her brother, West Belmont, has made a home here, raising his two children, but Rosie isn't sure where she fits in anymore. She's determined to reclaim her independence, and the first step is finding a job. That's where Ford Grant Jr. comes in. Ford Grant Jr., a man in search of something real. Ford Grant Jr. has everything money can buy. A self-made billionaire thanks to his music app, Gramophone, Ford has spent years building an empire. But despite the glitz and glamour, he's grown tired of the artificiality of it all. The people around him only seem to care about what he can offer them, and somewhere along the way, he lost sight of what truly mattered. So, he does something drastic. He leaves it all behind. He moves to Rose Hill with a vision, to create a recording studio in a converted barn and discover raw, authentic talent. He doesn't want perfection, he wants passion. But what he gets is something entirely unexpected. The day Cora Holland shows up on his doorstep, claiming to be his daughter from a sperm donation he made years ago, Ford's world shifts on its axis. He never planned to be a father, and now, he's thrust into a role he knows nothing about. With Cora's mother battling depression after losing her husband, Ford steps up, determined to be there for this girl, who looks at him like he holds all the answers. Only, he doesn't. That's where Rosie comes in. A tenuous partnership turns into something more desperate. For work, Rosie convinces Ford to hire her as his office manager. He's hesitant at first. They've known each other since childhood, and their relationship has always been complicated. He was her brother's best friend, the cocky, self-assured guy who always got under her skin. She was the sharp-tongued girl who never let him get away with anything. But something has changed. The banter is still there, but now, there's something else simmering beneath the surface. Something neither of them is ready to acknowledge. Working together forces them into close quarters, and as they spend more time together, Rosie starts to see a different side of Ford. He's still infuriating, but he's also protective, surprisingly kind, and undeniably attractive. And Ford. He's starting to realize that Rosie isn't just the little sister of his best friend, she's strong, resilient, and unlike anyone he's ever met. And then there's Cora. Rosie forms an instant bond with the girl, helping Ford navigate the uncharted territory of fatherhood. She becomes the bridge between them, teaching Ford the small, but crucial things that come with raising a preteen. Late-night conversations, shared laughter, and stolen glances blur the lines between friendship and something deeper. A love that can't be ignored ***. Despite their growing attraction, Ford and Rosie try to fight what's happening between them. There are too many obstacles, her past trauma, his inexperience with relationships, and the undeniable fact that getting involved with each other could complicate everything. But love doesn't wait for the perfect moment. One heated argument turns into an impulsive kiss, and suddenly, the floodgates open. What starts as a single moment of weakness turns into stolen nights and whispered confessions. Ford is unlike anyone Rosie has ever been with. He's patient, gentle, and completely committed to making her feel safe. Still, the past lingers. Rosie struggles with the scars left behind by her former boss, and when Ford takes matters into his own hands, confronting the man responsible, it leads to unintended consequences. West gets involved, and an altercation lands them in trouble, straining the fragile balance between them all. But Ford isn't the type to back down from a fight. Not when it comes to the people he loves. A future worth fighting for. Through every challenge, Ford and Rosie prove that love isn't about perfection, it's about showing up, even when it's hard. Ford's grand gesture, giving Rosie part of his property, including her beloved lakeside dock, proves his commitment not just to her, but to their future together. They launch Wild Rose Records, a music studio that represents everything they've fought for: a fresh start, a passion project, and a symbol of their love. As summer comes to an end, Cora and her mother officially settle in Rose Hill, and Ford, with Cora's help, pulls off one final surprise. In a quiet, intimate moment by the lake, he proposes to Rosie, promising her a lifetime of love, adventure, and unwavering support. She says yes. And just like that, what started as an unexpected twist of fate turns into the kind of love story neither of them ever saw coming. Why you need to read, or listen to, Wild Love. Elsie Silver weaves a story filled with humor, heartache, and undeniable chemistry. Wild Love isn't just a romance, it's a story about healing, about finding strength in vulnerability, and about the kind of love that changes everything. If you're looking for an audiobook that will make you laugh, cry, and swoon in equal measure, Wild Love is the perfect choice. It's a beautifully crafted, emotionally rich story that proves love isn't always easy, but when it's real, it's always worth the risk. So sit back, hit play, and let yourself fall into the wild, breathtaking world of Wild Love. You won't regret it.